use of smartphones in vehicles is a concern because smartphones require visual attention and manual attention as drivers swipe across the screens, accessing lots of different types of functionality. So it's not just calls, it's texts, it's emails, it's social media. All of those very engaging, putting a driver at risk of distraction. We've developed a robust protocol for the assessment of in-vehicle systems. So we tested the Romax Driver Distraction Prevention app through that process, and we've awarded it highly recommended status. Drivers using their phones for tasks like texting or reading of emails place themselves at a really high risk. Our research has shown when drivers are doing that, their reaction times are slower, but they drift across the lane much more than they otherwise would, sometimes into the opposing lane, which if there's oncoming traffic, it represents a serious risk. A recent observational survey by the Department for Transport found that 1.6% of drivers observed were using a mobile phone. The ones that were most likely to be using a mobile phone were van drivers, were male drivers, and were the younger population of drivers. Driving is one of the most risky things any of us will do in our normal day-to-day lives. There are lots of factors around why driving for work is a risk. You're more likely to be driving under time pressure, you're more likely to have other distractions at the same time, and you're more likely to be driving in a situation when you're perhaps tired or at the end of a long working day. We've compared driving whilst at the legal limit of alcohol to driving whilst using a mobile phone, hands-held and hands-free. And we find that when you're using the mobile phone, your reaction times are actually slower than at the legal limit of alcohol. When people are using the phone for work and driving, you're less well able to respond to any kind of emerging hazard. It means an accident that otherwise could have been avoided might end up happening, or an accident that might have only resulted in injury might end up being fatal. Driver distraction has been studied for more than 50 years, and the results are clear from a variety of different types of experiment. Drivers who choose to engage in secondary tasks are at increased risk of collision. We're not good at multitasking.